You hate to see it. I mean, you really hate to see it. Ring Magazine currently under fire for a recent post in response to Frank Warren's reported lawsuit against Sella, Turkey. This video, I'm going to outline everything and let you know what's going on. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I am back with some more boxing. You dig? Now, this is going to be one of them videos where it's really a shame that I have to even talk about this. If I'm honest, if I'm being honest with you, it's really a shame because it's like babysitting. You know, I shouldn't have to make a video, but whatever. We'll jump into it. Ring Magazine currently under fire for a recent post. Now, I've already talked about it. Turkey and Sella, they are being sued, or Frank Warren apparently prepares to sue them, and he's not happy. He's not happy with how certain things are playing out. So as a result, I'm ready to sign them papers. He trying to sign them papers. Let me pull it up. So, as you guys see, rumors are circulating in the boxing world, right? Hold on 1 second. Rumors are circulating in the boxing world that Frank Warren's Queensberry is in financial trouble. Like, huh? Like, what type of post is this, cuz? Without a continued business relationship with Sella and TKO, the loss of those relationships has influenced Queensberry's threat to sue Sella and TKO. So this already, you could tell the energy is on. This ain't even a post. This is like a hit piece. Rumors indicate that their announcement to the media of legal action was timed before the Wardley Dubois press conference, which took place today, for an event which is struggling to sell tickets. Like, I don't know if Turkey wrote this himself, but like, come on, bro. It says that Frank Warren's event with Dubois is struggling to sell tickets. Queensberry have not been promoting any Riyadh season fights since last November, and there are no plans for the two sides to work together in the future. So this is super messy. They're just spilling all the beans. There has been intensified concern among the stable within Queensberry when it was learned they were not being used as a promotional entity for Tyson Fury's big UK comeback in April. And this concern has led to a scenario where a number of their fighters are seeking other promoters. Like, what is the point of even putting this out there, bro? Turkey and Sella, Turkey Alashika Sella, were made aware that the rumors of litigation were leaked from Queensberry, and this has created an unrepairable rift due to Queensberry cordial communications in the open and being volatile behind the scenes. Wow. So it looked bad because it's like one big high school. You know what I mean? It's like one big high school where you're being sued by Frank Warren, which again, it happens in the business world when, I mean, it's common sense. People get sued. But now you're on some retaliation ish, talking about Queensberry's in trouble. They're struggling to sell tickets, and all this is fractured because they're no longer working with us, and we have no plans to work with Frank Warren again, and he's been volatile, hostile behind the scenes, and you're being chatty patty. This looks terrible for Ring. Ring, when De La Hoya had it, Golden Boy, it wasn't perfect. You know, they were trying to champion Ronda Rousey. She took over and conquered MMA. Will she take over boxing? They did their things, but they never did this type of stuff where it was just mad unprofessional and they're acting like gossip girls. You know what I mean? Like one big high school. If y'all are beefing, that really had nothing to do with boxing fans. Y'all both have businesses to run. Run your business. Usyk he's fighting, whatever, a kickboxer. Just promote your stuff, and then the lawsuit is the lawsuit. Y'all got to handle that. But to come out and allege all this stuff, but wait, there's more, right? It gets worse. In addition to my personal thoughts about this is just like real, just bad for business, I guess you could say. In addition to all that, this looks bad because you put out this hit piece against Frank Warren because he's suing you, which I already reported. I told you my reports be on point. And now you got community noted, right, for lying. How bad does it get when you put out, rumors are circulating that Frank Warren's jealous and all this type of stuff, and then they community note you, right? Company house. It says company's house shows Queensberry Promotions posted a $15 million profit for the tax year up to the end of March 2025. So that's a direct contradiction to this hit piece where it said that they're financially struggling, right? So you said that Frank Warren's Queensberry Promotions is financially struggling, and then they pulled up the actual logistics, the schematics, and they made a $15 million profit. So where did you get that from, that they're financially in the hole or whatever? And then you said tickets are struggling to sell. And look, community note says tickets for Wardley Dubois are not yet on general sale. I mean, it don't really get much worse than this. So in an effort to match or respond indirectly, or not even indirectly, directly to this lawsuit from Frank Warren, you're just out here lying on them. Talk about tickets are flopping, and then they ain't even went on sale. And again, if you position yourself as the Bible of boxing, what type of behavior is this to be called the boxing of boxing, or the Bible of boxing, and you out here making up lies because you're mad that you're being sued? I mean, and then you're putting it out all publicly. It's just very messy. And Ring, I feel like they can't be taken serious with this type of rhetoric. Get over it. There's been many people who've been sued. You got to go through the legal process. But to come out and try to put them on blast and, their fighters are concerned. We're you're literally spreading rumors. Like, name a fighter with Frank Warren. Like, you didn't put no name to it. What fighter is seeking a new promoter or whatever? And another reason why you could tell that's cap is if Frank Warren has these fighters under contract, there's nothing you could do. It literally says that fighters are getting word of this, that Frank Warren's flopping or whatever, and they're seeking new promoters. It says, I'll quote, when it says an intensified concern among the stable within Queensberry when it was learned they were not used for the promotional entity for Tyson Fury's big comeback fight in April. This concern has led to a scenario where a number of fighters are seeking other promoters. Like, what are you talking about? It don't even work like that. If you're under contract and you owe this man 1, 2, 3, 4 fights or whatever, then you got to serve those fights out or buy yourself out the contract or prove a breach of contract. How do you prove a breach of contract? Because they took Tyson Fury and tried to cut Frank Warren out. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't even make sense. It don't make sense at all to say that fighters are seeking other promoters. How can you seek other promoters if you're contracted to Frank Warren? legally that don't make sense. So yeah, this was a hit piece and it makes Ring look horrible. Live streaming can be tough, which is why I use StreamYard. Click the link in the description for StreamYard, which is an awesome tool that enables you to set up your stream with ease of use. Get great results with live streaming. It's what I use. Stream to social media with ease with StreamYard. Live streaming is here to stay. Engage with your audience using StreamYard. Great way to reach out to your audience and connect. So you need a tool that can do that. If you're new to YouTube and you're struggling to get views, one tool I can provide to you is TubeBuddy. I've been on YouTube over 10 years. I use TubeBuddy daily to crank out videos just like this one that you're watching. Learn how the pros do it with TubeBuddy. YouTube receives a lot of traffic, which also means a lot of creators, a lot of people putting out content. So you need to learn the ropes so you know how to separate yourself, especially if you're new, but even if you're a pro, use TubeBuddy. The link is in the description. Get more views, more subscribers, and a higher click-through rate, so ultimately you can realize all of your online goals. Use my affiliate link in the description and grow your channel fast.